What's up, Marvel United family? Welcome to the channel. Servant Zero here, aka Mr. Perry, and today I thought it would be cool to bring you guys another how-to and review, this time of Marvel United's X-Men Days Future Past expansion. If you guys like playing with oversized minis, this will be the one for you. Let's go. All right, Marvel United family. First up, we're going to take a look at the only hero that you'll get in the Days Future Past expansion from Marvel United X-Men Season 2, the man himself, Logan. Let's check him out. All right, guys, let's check out Logan here. Has his standard 12 being a hero. It's going to have his single wild, a double wild, and Logan will have no more wild actions in his deck if you are playing it on the heroic challenge, the hardest challenge it is in the game so far. So skills are required, guys. Gonna continue with a move and heroic action, a move, a heroic action and a punch, another heroic action and a punch, a move and a punch, and Logan has 4 special effect cards. His first 3 is fighting experience. Punch, draw 1 card, and it comes with a punch, and he has 3 of these guys, exactly the same. All right. And his last special effect card is going to be his starting hand card. Again, Simon introducing this in 2nd season here, which helps the characters feel a little more like themselves. It's not perfect, but again, it is always great to have some of the starting hands like this that have really good abilities that you can get down early in the storyline. Like Logan here, he has withstanding the pain. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain turn. And that's throughout the game, guys. It's not a one-time use. It's constantly, he's able to ignore at least 1 damage, and that is always good. It comes with a move action. So if you're able to get this down in the storyline as soon as you can, get it down, guys, so that you can earn and get that benefit of having it, him being strong like that, him being a little more tanky like that, again, which is always good. Some of these special effects for the heroes are okay. Some of them are really good, and then you got some of them are just kind of you don't really even want to use them, even though it's their starting hand. You don't really care to use it or not. So, but Logan has a really good one here, so that's good. All right, guys, that being Logan, the only hero here in Days Future Past expansion. Let's see how he works. All right, guys, let's take a look at Logan here. Pretty straightforward, nothing difficult about him. He has his 3 fighting experience cards, which basically means you'll be able to do a punch in your respective location, wherever location you may be at that time. You'll be able to do a punch, and then you'll be able to draw yourself a card from your deck, basically keeping yourself healthy and able to stay tanky and on the board. All right, and they come with 1 punch. So if your teammate has left you a pretty decent setup, you'll be able to put yourself together a pretty decent combo. Let's see, get it like this. All right, you'll be able to put yourself together a pretty decent combo. especially if you earned yourself some tokens you've saved up. You'll be able to really maximize your move there, guys. So let's check out his last one. Again, it's going to be his starting hand here. You get this down in the storyline as soon as you can so that you can get the benefit of withstanding the pain. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage each during each villain turn, and it comes with a move. So again, it's always good to have Logan tanky, being able to negate 1 damage every time because this card is face up. Be sure not to forget it, guys. I know it's a new mechanic that they introduced here in season 2. And so sometimes you can forget that you have this ability in the storyline. So be sure you remember it and be able to use it every time, guys, throughout the game. So again, that being Logan, great piece. Really cool mold. The only hero you'll be getting in the Days Future Past expansion here at Marvel United X-Men. That being said, of course, you know I'm going to put him in a well-rounded class. He really does do well with other teammates and helping them get going. And then just being able to always negate that 1 damage like that is really, really cool. All right, let's get to the Sentinels. And secondly, guys, let's check out the 3 Sentinels that will be assisting Nimrod when we are fighting in the Days Future Past expansion. Let's see what these guys have to offer and how much fun it'll be to fight these new gigantic minis that Simon has introduced here in Season 2. Let's go. All right, Marvel United family, I'm happy to bring you guys the Days Future Past expansion. This is one of my favorite ones, and you guys are going to have a blast with this one. So let's talk about the Sentinels. Here we go again. The Sentinels and Nimrod are going to have a special setup. Give each player a Sentinel Activation Protocol card. Randomly assign the Sentinel target token to different heroes. If playing 2 heroes, return Sentinel 3 and its token to the box. If you are playing 4 heroes, 1 hero starts without a Sentinel target token. All right. If this is your first time seeing the villain dashboard like so, don't be confused. Basically, you got your Nimrod right here at the bottom. Their overflow is in the middle. Because we're talking about the Sentinels, we're going to focus on them. Each Sentinel is going to be indicated right here, and their health is right next to them. Each Sentinel's health is right up here, and they are all exactly the same. If you are playing 2 heroes, you will have a health of 5. If you're playing 3 heroes, they will have a health of 4, and if you're playing a full squad, 4 heroes, they will have a health of 5. All right. Their special rules. Missions are not used in this game, so therefore you will not be using these guys here, all right? So you could put these to the side and not have to worry about them. Now, you can still defeat thugs, you can still get rid of the, clear the threats, and you can still save civilians, but you won't need these. You just put them over to the side, you know, off the board. Heroes may damage Sentinels from the start, which means that as soon as you guys are ready to play, you will be able to start fighting these Sentinels. You do not have to wait for Nimrod because Nimrod doesn't start in the game. So normally with Marvel United, the villain would go first. Well, in this scenario, in this expansion, the villain doesn't go first because Nimrod doesn't start the game. He's out of the game. He's not yet arrived. So you guys would start first. The heroes would start first, and it's turn by turn. So a hero, let's see, a hero would go, and then a sentinel would go. That's assigned. Let's say Spider-Man was assigned to Sentinel 1. So when Spider-Man moves, then Sentinel would move. And let's say Greyhawk was assigned Sentinel 2. When he moves, then Sentinel 2 would move, all right? And let's say Logan was assigned Sentinel 3, all right? Well, when Logan moves, after he finished moving, then Sentinel 3 would activate and he would move. And let's say Gambit wasn't assigned any of them. So Gambit would be the free agent per se. So when Gambit moves, Gambit will be able to choose which of the 3 Sentinels he wants to activate, which is always kind of cool because you can always choose the Sentinel that's the furthest from you to activate. So you can stay in the game, you can cheese it a little bit, which makes it, fun. It's fun. All right. So let's move these out the way. Get these out the way here and get back going. All right. So Sentinels have no master plan deck. Instead, follow the Sentinel activation protocol card. All right. These are the Sentinel activation protocol cards, guys. You get 4 of these, and they are basically your reference to tell you what it is and how it is the Sentinels work. CBON has done a great job with making it plain, making it understandable. It's not too difficult. You could pick it up pretty quick, guys. It's, when you move, whatever moves you have, they're going to be going by the last 2 hero cards, the symbols on the last 2 hero cards, and so be careful what you put out there, right? When a hero is KO'd, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1 plus 1 for each data analyzer threat card in play. So if there are the data analyzer cards, threat cards still in play, you will add 1 to the Nimrod tracker if a hero is knocked out, if a hero is KO'd, okay? So if you still have both of these in play and a hero goes down, you will add the Nimrod tracker right here in the middle. You would move it up 1 for the hero being KO'd, but you would also add 1 for each of these threats that are on the board. So that means you can go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 if you have these 2 of these still in play. So you started at 0, you got knocked out, you move it 1. But then you look around and you see you still have 2 of these on the board. So that means you're moving up 2 more, guys. So be careful not to get knocked out when you are playing these guys, and want to get those threat cards removed, right? So that being the Sentinels, let's check it out. The overflow. If 1 or more civilian or thug token can't be added to a location, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1, all right? So let's check out these guys. These guys are simply amazing. Simon did a great job introducing the giant minis in season 2 here. This being Sentinel 1, guys. Again, give them a good little spin for you. You guys are really gonna have a blast with this. This is really fun. This is Sentinel 2, as you can see indicated here. Give them a quick little spin. And this is Sentinel 3, as you can see here, all right? A quick little spin of Sentinel 3. All right. And again, they come with their tokens. So you basically flip these guys over, do your little shuffling, and you pass them out to the heroes, and whatever sentinel you have will be the sentinel that will be coming after you. All right, that's how it is. Until you defeat it, get rid of it, you're never safe. All right, it'll never stop, it'll never cease until you are gone or it's gone. Right, so again, here are the Sentinel Activation Protocol cards. You get 4 of these guys, and these will explain what it is that you do and how the Sentinels will be moving. After each hero turn, the Sentinel matching the hero's Sentinel target token activates, following the Sentinel Activation Protocol. If a hero has no Sentinel target token, they must activate a Sentinel of their choice, becoming its target for the turn. Look at the symbols at the bottom of the last 2 hero cards in the storyline. Then have the activated Sentinel perform the actions corresponding to each symbol in order. Okay, seed back. All right, here we go. So, let's say that Greyhawk went first. Spider-Man went next, and it was Gambit's turn. All right, now the way it works with it being Gambit's turn, let's say Gambit had Sentinel 3. All right, Sentinel 3 was his assigned Sentinel, so he's going to go. What's happening after Gambit moves? Now the Sentinel 3 will activate. So you will look at the last 2 activation cards, all right? As you can see, the last 2 hero cards, I'm sorry guys. As you can see, Grey Hulk has a punch action, Spider-Man has a move action, and then Gambit himself would have a move action and a punch action, okay? So you have to do the actions in order. So in Sentinel's number 3 location, which is here, as you can see, there are no heroes there, okay? There are no heroes there, so he wouldn't be able to punch. Nothing is there to punch. But Spider-Man, he would move 1 closer to where Gambit would be, okay? And then he would move again. So let's say Gambit was in this location. Let me scoot these down. So he would move 1 more, and that would be in Gambit's location, right? I'm sorry guys, I don't have a mini set up for you. Let me grab the mini right quick. Give you guys a better visual. There you go. We'll put the mini up. Okay, so he would move in Gambit's location, all right? Now, when he gets to Gambit's location, because Gambit is the targeted hero, Gambit will be the targeted hero. So Gambit will not only get this punch from the Sentinel, because this is the next action that's on the cards. So Gambit would receive 1 damage for that, but because he is the targeted hero of the Sentinel, he will get an additional damage because he's the targeted hero. Let me explain. On the back of the Sentinel Activation Protocol card, first action here, move. Move 1 location closer to its target heroes. If it's already in that hero's location, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. Number 2, heroic actions. Add 1 civilian to its location. 3, punch actions. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in its location, if any. 4, the Wiles. Recover 1 health for each Sentinel production threat card in play. If already at full health, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. So if the Sentinel production cards are in play, these guys would heal up by 2, because I think it's 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2 of them. So if both of these are in play and your Sentinels are low health, they would heal by 2. If not 2, by 1. And if they are at full health, you will have to increase the Nimrod activation track by 1, okay? And down here you see 5 and 6, which sometimes 6 most definitely you can forget about it, because we get kind of zoom in on the actions and we forget about these 2 right here that you have to go through as well. So number 5, if the last hero card in the storyline has a special effect, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. So as you can see, Spider-Man and Grey Hulk have the special effect on their cards. So that means you would have to move the Nimrod tracker by 1, because Spider-Man used his great responsibility. All right, be careful with that, guys. So number 6, if its target hero is in the Sentinel's location, the hero takes 1 damage. So this is where the extra damage comes from that Gambit will receive, along with number 3, the damage from the card here. So this is what makes the Sentinels threatening, and the looming coming of the Nimrod per se. As you guys are fighting these guys, they're moving the Nimrod's activation tracker up. The closer it gets, to Nimrod coming out as you are fighting these guys. So you want to make sure you're performing the actions to be able to get rid of them, but not so much so to where the actions you are performing are affecting you. You get that? It's kind of a cool mechanic that they did. So that would be why Gambit would end up taking 2 damage instead of 1, because he is the number 3's Sentinel's targeted hero. He has a punch action here on his card, and when the Sentinel, going in order, moves into his location, he would receive that damage, and then the extra damage from number 6 here at the bottom, the extra damage right here for being in the Sentinel's location. All right, guys, it's really, really cool mechanic how they got it set up, and really, really easy to learn, guys. Easy to learn and easy to pick up. It's not too difficult, just keeping them organized per se, and the sheer fact that you can start fighting these guys from the beginning is really amazing. These guys are really, really cool. So with Days Future Past, the Sentinels come with their Sentinel challenge. You have Sentinel 1's challenge, all right? And with Sentinel 1, if you decide to use Sentinel 1, he'll have a health of 2, all right? If you decide to use Sentinel 2 challenge, he will have a health of 3. If you decide to do the Sentinel 3 challenge, Sentinel 3 will have a health of 4. So this is where it comes from. Now, these challenges are truly amazing. This allows you to use these Sentinels with any other villain in Marvel United, except Nimrod, guys, okay? You don't want to play these with Nimrod, because the villain has to become under pressure before you can damage these guys. Well, Nimrod doesn't start the game, so how are you gonna beat these guys up if the villain is not even in the game yet? You see what I'm saying? So you can't you can't put him under pressure when he's not in play. So You don't want to play it with Nimrod or any other villain that may have the same mechanic as Nimrod do. So, but any other villain across the Marvel United universe here, you guys will be able to play, and it makes it a lot more challenging. Now, you can play all three if you desire to have all three Sentinels at their challenge mode. You can do that, but it gets a little chaotic. But if you like that, hey, enjoy the game and have a great time. The only thing that's going to change is the number 4 on the cards. That's the only thing that's going to change. So, Sentinel 1, the 4th action being the wild action. Sentinel 1 challenge here, gain 1 health, may go above the starting value. So you'll have your Sentinel 1 that's going to be the health gainer. This guy is going to be gaining the health. And with Sentinel 2's challenge, when it comes to the wild, flip the last hero's earliest face-up card in the storyline that has a special effect, face down if possible. So Sentinel 2 challenge will be the one that's going to mess with your cards in the storyline per se, which has a capability of you being able not to use your friend's card because it's got flipped over. So instead of you having a move, punch, because this Sentinel has flipped it over now you can only use just yours. So it makes it more challenging when it comes to Sentinel 2. Because remember, every time the hero moves, the Sentinel goes right after the hero. So if he flips over this card because, one of you guys used a, wild, he flipped that card over, and now you're like, oh man, you can't even use it, so got to be careful with that. That's what makes Sentinel 2 a little more challenging as well. Now, Sentinel 3. When fighting Sentinel 3 in the challenge mode, the wild effect for Sentinel 3 is grab 1 hero, can't do anything, goes with the Sentinel. You have to use a move action to escape, okay? If already holding a hero, deal it 1 damage. So Sentinel 3 will be the one that's going around grabbing the heroes and carrying the heroes, holding the heroes with the Sentinel challenge, with the Sentinel number 3 challenge. So let's check this guy out. See if he's got to hold some people. Some of them are kind of janky. So okay, so he got Professor Xavier in there, holding him with the thumb, be able to carry him around. There you go. All right, let's see Logan. Same thing, you can get these guys in here. Let's see how we can do this. You got Logan right there. All right, here, carrying him around. Let's see, all right. Get you some different people up in here. Let's check out the Hulk. Oh, you have to use the Hulk maybe like so. Yeah, there we go. All right, got the Hulk there. And let's see somebody like Spider-Man. He has a wall on his thing. So let's see, he can do this now. No. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got Spider-Man in there. And so Sentinel 3 will probably be the one that's the most fun because he actually gets to grab the heroes, carry them around. And if he already has a hero in his hand, unfortunately, that hero will gain 1 damage when this Sentinel is activated. And again, guys, remember, the only way you can get away from the Sentinel number 3 is to use a move action to escape. All right, pretty cool. And while I got them all here in the front, let's look at some scale size, guys, so you guys can really see how big these guys are. Really, really amazing, guys. I enjoy playing with these guys. They're quick, they're easy, they're not too bulky. You know, you can't fit all three in one location, but you know, at least you can, you know, maneuver around. Let's see, you gotta make room there, but yeah, there you go. All right, guys, those being the Sentinels here. Um, that's how they work. Hopefully I explained it to you guys clear enough and showing you guys how it works. The Sentinels are really cool, guys. They're really fun. And then just the simple ability to be able to play them with other villains. You can add it in there. Again, like I say, you can use the challenge. You can use either one Sentinel, or you could use the three if you like it chaotic, you know, difficult, you know, make your scenario, make your, you know, thematic campaign, or however you want to put it together and play, guys. Just enjoy the game. You guys will have a great time with this expansion pack. So now let's head over to Nimrod. All right, guys, before we talk about Nimrod, let's talk about a question that had came up. There are some heroes who have the ability to go in and out of play. Off the bat, I would think about Cloak. Cloak has the ability to go in and out of play. And the question derived, well, if Cloak is out of play and he is, let's say, Sentinel's 2 targeted hero, what does the Sentinel do? Basically, the Sentinel wouldn't do anything. If Cloak is out of play at that time, the Sentinel won't be able to move because, you know, his targeted hero is not in play. But the Sentinel will be able to perform the other actions depending on the hero's previous cards, all right? So, if the previous cards before Cloak, got his card right here, before Cloak went out of play, the previous cards are Greyhawk and Gambit. So Greyhawk has a punch. If there was a hero in the targeted, in the Sentinel's location that wasn't Cloak, that hero would get that damage, okay? Since Cloak is out of play, so that hero would get that damage. When it comes to the move action, the Sentinel would not move because Cloak is out of play. Cloak is not around, so his target is not visible for him to move, so he would not move. But he has a heroic action, so he would then put out a civilian in that location, and that will be the Sentinel's move. And after that, you guys will be able to keep going. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's not too difficult. Yes, we do have some amazing heroes that do amazing things, guys, that make the game even more interesting, more fun. So yes, that's just a question that I had seen that had came up, and that's how it would work. So onward to Nimrod, guys. And now, the villain himself, guys. After the Sentinels, this guy comes in, and remember, when we are battling this guy, it is a perma death. So let's check out the evil one himself, Nimrod. All right, guys, let's talk about the main villain of Days Future Past here in Marvel United X-Men Season 2 expansion. You guys will be going up against the Nimrod, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. This villain brings a unique mechanic of permadeath. So when he comes into the game and you're fighting against him, if you are KO'd by Nimrod, you're not coming back. So let's check him out, all right? Of course, he has a special effect, a special setup. Nimrod starts the game out of play. Nimrod enters play in the villain's starting location at the end of the hero's turn in which the last sentinel is defeated. It immediately plays a master plan card. All right. And this will be the portion of Nimrod's dashboard here. Nimrod is going to have a health of 4 when fighting against, a health of 12 when fighting against 4 heroes, a health of 10 when fighting against 3 heroes, and a health of 8 when fighting against 2 heroes. Special rules for Nimrod. Nimrod is always under pressure and may be damaged as soon as it enters play. All right. At the end of the turn in which Nimrod is reduced to 4 or less health, it immediately moves to the opposite location. When a hero is KO'd, Nimrod doesn't activate its BAM. Instead, the hero is eliminated from the game. That's it, guys. The villainous plot. Heroes lose if they are all eliminated. The BAM. Each hero in Nimrod's location takes 1 damage plus 1 extra damage if the Nimrod activation track is in the yellow, 2 extra damage if the Nimrod activation track is in the red. So this is the Nimrod activation track right here, guys. It goes all the way from 0 to 15. When you're in the white, it'll just be normal. When it gets to the yellow, you will get an extra damage, 1 extra damage when it's in the yellow. And when you get to the red, you will get 2 extra damage, all right? So be very, very careful. Again, the overflow for Nimrod is the same as the Sentinels. If 1 or more civilian or thug token can't be added to a location, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. So you guys really want to make sure you're careful when you are fighting Nimrod. All right. Nimrod, being a villain, is going to have his standard 18 cards. So let's get into them, guys. All right. Gonna have a 0, and you don't have to worry about a trigger effect. This bullseye here, Nimrod doesn't have a trigger effect in his cards. It's gonna put out some civilians. Gonna be a 3 and put out some civilians. Move clockwise to the next location with a hero in with the most cards in hand, BAM, and put out civilians. Move clockwise to the next location with heroes with the most cards in hand, BAM, and put out some thugs. Same thing with this one, BAM, and put out some thugs. Move clockwise to the next location with hero with the most cards in hand, BAM, and put out some civilians. Gonna BAM and put out some thugs. BAM and put out some civilians. And Nimrod has 4 special effect cards. The first 2 is going to be Analyze and Counter. It's gonna come with a move of 3. It's gonna BAM. I think this one is exactly the same move of 3 and BAM. Nimrod removes 1 health from each hero still in play. Can't go above his starting value. All right. So, I'm sorry, recovers. I'm sorry, guys. I looked at that wrong. Nimrod recovers 1 health, okay, for each hero still in play, and it can't go above its starting value, which is great because if you're playing a full squad, he already has 12, so that's great that they put the cap on it like that, so that's good. All right, that's his Analyze and Counter special effect cards. His next 2 gonna be a move of 0 for both of them. Adapt and Exterminate. Increase the Nimrod activation track by 2, then BAM. All right, so Adapt and Exterminate. He has 2 of these, that being his 4 special effect cards. Let's check out Nimrod's threat cards. All right. first two Nimrod's gonna have, it's gonna be the same. He has his mutant detection. All right. Heroes that take damage in this location take 1 extra damage. When this threat is cleared, decrease the Nimrod activation track by 1. It's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these. And again, he has 2 of them. So that's cool. At least we can reduce it, right? All right. The next set he has is Sentinel Production. See Signal Activation Protocol. When this threat is cleared, decrease the Nimrod activation track by 1. And it's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these 2. All right. And his last 2 is Data Analyzer. See Sentinel Special Rules in the Villain Dashboard. When this threat is cleared, decrease the Nimrod activation track by 1. So, it's going to take 3 to get rid of this one. All right, to get rid of these guys. And he has 2 of these. All right. So that being Nimrod and his threat cards, guys. I can honestly say, as far as the special effect cards go, nothing too difficult, nothing too fancy or too very, very self-explanatory, guys. Adapt and exterminate, increase the Nimrod activation track by 2, then bam. So, you know, you're not gonna move, you're gonna stay in that location. You're going to increase this activation track by 2, and then you'll bam, which will cause all the effect of what's going on over here. What's going on over here, you know, depending on where the track square is on the tracker here, these guys are going to be okay, or they're going to be very detrimental. All right. And the same thing with analyze and counter, you know, healing up. If, you know, Nimrod is low health, he's in the battle, you guys have been beating up on him and getting him down, he calls himself healing up for each hero still in play. So you have to look at, okay, so you got all 4 heroes in the game. All 4 heroes are in the game. So that means Nimrod will get a health boost of 4, okay? But if it's going to go over his starting value, you just stop. So let's say he was going to get a health of 4 and it only took 3 to get him back up there, then okay, he just lost the 4th one, but no big deal. So that's cool, guys. That's how it will work with that, as far as him gaining 1 health for each hero still in play. Which you having 4 heroes, that'll be 4 health, all right? If it goes to his full health mode, don't worry about it. You just take that 3 and keep on going. All right, so Nimrod being the main villain here, guys, in Days Future Past, really cool mold. Pretty, just this plastic here, this fluorescent, this see-through clear plastic here is really cool, guys. It's really, really neat. Neat effect on there. Season 2, they got some amazing minis with this clear plastic on there, guys. They did a great job with this. So, Nimrod being the main villain, that being it when you are fighting with him and you're having your Sentinels. Now, they don't come at the same time, which is good, because trying to fight the Sentinels and Nimrod at the same time, that would be chaotic as well, guys. Nimrod comes into the game, he will be under pressure, so that means at least he can immediately start being damaged, you know, that's always good and helpful. But again, he brings the mechanic of permadeath. So if you guys are knocked out, you guys are taken completely out of the game, no coming back. But other than that, guys, you guys are really going to enjoy this expansion. I am glad that Simon did it. I'm glad that they introduced the giant minis to us. It's always good to play with the oversized minis, right, guys? Looking good, right? Can't wait to season 3. We got some more amazing things coming. It's gonna really be fun to be able to play this with you guys. So that's pretty much the Days Future Past expansion. Very enjoyable. I would most highly recommend it, even if you're a collector and you just want to get them. Sorry there, Gabby. Even you just want to get the minis, guys. Gotta get the Sentinels, guys, because not only can you play these guys with Nimrod, but you could play them with any other villain, any other character villains out there in the Marvel United Universe, guys. And so that's always a plus. It's always a plus. Like I say, with their Sentinel Challenge cards, you know, you can use one Sentinel and play it wherever. You can use 2 of them, 3 of them, and play them with whatever villain that doesn't have the mechanics as Nimrod here now. So that would be difficult. You won't be able to beat them up. You'll just be standing there like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But these guys are truly, truly amazing. This expansion is truly, truly fun. I cannot see you guys not having a great time with this. It's always good to just try to stay alive, right? So again, hope I took the time to explain it to you guys well. You guys see how it works, what's going on with it, and if you like it and you want to add it to your collection, let the Marvel United X-Men Days Future Past expansion add it to your collection, guys. You won't be sorry. So, that being me, if you guys like what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, you guys share the video, stay safe out there and be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.